Good day. Today our topic is resource scheduling program. In industries, 4M are available generally. Those are men, machine, material and methods. Other than these, the important factors are men allocation, manpower allocation, machine hour allocation and money allocation is also important in every industrial activities, so that resource scheduling program is important for industrial operations. Myself, Dr. B. Suresh Kumar, Department of Mechanical Engineering. For understanding resource scheduling problem, what are the terms which are available with the resource scheduling program, and also how can we solve the problem with related to resource scheduling, we can see the important terms that are available with the resource scheduling problem. Before that, what is a resource scheduling problem? Resource allocation is a plan for using available resources, for example, human resources, especially in the near term to achieve goals for the future. It is the process of allocating scarce resources among the various projects or business units, which is meant by resource allocation. So that how can we schedule the resource with respect to different projects? In that there are two streams available. The first one is resource leveling, another one is resource smoothing. So what is resource leveling? In this program, the resource requirement, which may be manpower or money power, are kept at a constant level, altering the start time of the different activities. That is, the specified resource should not cross specified level, which means I have 4 manpower only for corresponding project, means it does not exceeds 4 manpower, which is the specified resource should not cross specified level. After resource leveling understanding, we can move to resource smoothing. What is resource smoothing? In that, we can allocate manpower, machine hours, and the money without delaying the specified due date or commitment date that what we provided to the customer. That is, the duration of the project is not to be changed. So the commitment date is not to be changed, but we can allocate the available resources not exceeding their limits, which is known as resource smoothing. How can we solve the problem? For understanding this resource scheduling program, we can utilize this problem for understanding. The problem is the job involved in a project, their duration in days, manpower required for each day in different activities are shown in below table. Determine the optimal schedule for the project. On any day only 10 men are available, because this process gives the data about we are having only 10 manpower for completing the project activities. So the project has the job as like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 4 to 5 and 3 to 5. Likewise, different job activities are involved in the project. For job 1 to 2, the activity is named as A, 1 to 3 named as B, 1 to 4 is named as C, and 2 to 5 named as D, and 4 to 5 is named as E, and 3 to 5 is named as F. And each activity consumes a time, which means in terms of days. Okay, so project with the duration days available for completing the A activity, the duration is 3 days. For considering B, which consumes 2 days, and then C 1 day, D 3 days, E 2 days, and F 1 day. Likewise, the project duration occupies every activity. Then, how much of manpower required to complete the each and every job? For considering A activity, there are 4 manpower is available, and for considering B, 5 manpower are available. For C, 7 manpower, D 3 manpower, E 4 manpower, and F consumes 9 manpower. Here the problem question is determine the optimal schedule for the project On any day, only 10 men are available. So I may consider different days, but no, our manpower not exceeds 10 men per day, which is the target we are having with the problem. How can we solve this problem? Let's see. The first step is to draw the network with respect to given job and activity with the duration and the manpower available. How can we draw? Yes, the draw network. The first job activity is 1 to 2. The activity is named as A. So 1 to 2 is connected with the arrowhead. This arrowhead represents the activity A. Okay. Here the A activity completed within the duration of 3, so that I can represent A of 3. After that, next job 1 2 3 available. How can I represent? Yes, 1 2 3 I can represent like this. After that, the activity is named as for 1 2 3 is B. So B consumes the duration of 2, so that I can represent as like B of 2. And then 1 to 4, next activity is 1 to 4. I can represent this activity as like C under the duration 1, so that C of 1. Likewise, I can represent the next activity, which is C of 1. After that, 2 to 5 is available, which consumes D of 3. After that, the 4 to 5 activity is available, which consumes 2 days. So I can represent E of 2. And then the 3 to 5 last activity is 3 to 5. The activity is named as F, and it consumes the duration of 1 day. So I can represent F of 1. From here, according to this developed network, I should identify the critical path, where the critical path is available. For example, if I consider the 3 paths with this network 1 3 5, after that second path is also available, which is 1 2 5. After that third path 1 4 5. Likewise, the 3 different paths are available. Here, if I travel with the first path, means 2 plus 1, I get 3. If I travel the second path, which is 1 2 5, means 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. After that, if I travel with the third path, which is 1 4 5, means I can get 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So the maximum time consumption path is 3 plus 3, totally 6 days. So the critical path which is available with the network is 1 to 2, 2 to 5, so which consumes 6 days. So that this second path is known as the critical path that is available with our considered problem. After identifying the critical path, what is the next step? Yes, we go to allocate the resources with respect to the project activities. Yes, which is the representation method. Here we are knowing about only activity and manpower, because this problem mainly deals with the allocation of manpower for different job activity. So that first I draw the graph as like x-axis and y-axis. In that I mentioned the days. The maximum days is 6, because our critical path has 3 plus 3 6, so that I can mention the 6 with the x-axis. What about the next? We have to draw the network with this available graph. So I consider first the critical path, which is A of 4. After completing the A of 4 with the critical activity, I can start D. Here, why I represent A of 4? In previous, I utilize A of 3, because for identifying the critical path, how much of duration it consumes, so that here I utilize the duration for A, which consumes 3, so that A of 3 I utilized. But here the same thing, I utilized A of 4, because this problem considered resource allocation. In this problem, the resource is manpower. So for A activity, we have 4 manpower. For the reason, here I utilized A of 4. After completing the A activity, I moved to D activity, because in critical path, after completing the A activity, the D activity is started. So that I consider after completing the A activity D. Here you see D also consumes 3 manpower, so I can represent it here as a T of 3, D of 3. After that, what is the next activity? Yes, B. Next activity is B of 5, which is available with the first path. Okay, the B activity is also consumes 5 manpower, so that here I represented B of 5. After completing the B, the next the F activity is available with our network, drawn network, so that I utilize here F of 9. So after completion of F, there is no activity available with the above of D activity, so I introduce here dummy activity. From this dummy activity I can connect the F activity to the end of the project work. After that I can move to the third path, which is started from C activity. C consumes 7 manpower, so that here I represented C of 7. After completing C activity, according to our drone network, there is E activity available with the third path, so that I can represent it here E. E consumes 4 manpower, so that here E of 4 likewise I represented. After completing the E, there is no activity is available, so that here I introduce dummy activity for completing the project. Likewise, initially we draw the network with the resource allocation graph. After that, we have to have identify how much of activity consumes for every project activity. We can draw the first limit. What is the first project ended? Where is the first project ended? Yes, first activity ended with the C, so that I can represent with the red line. Here the work is activity is stopped. So how much of time is consumed, which consumes? Yes, after C activity, the completion is F activity. After completing the F, then the activity ended with this year, so I can represent a red line also here. After this, we can represent total project completion, which is after completing the D, I can represent another red line. Now what is the time consumption, I mean manpower consumption of every activity that are associated with the project, I should identify with this diagram. For considering the first, I can draw the blue color line here. In that, how much of manpower it consumes to completing this one day activity? Yes, for consider here, first day there is C activity available, after A activity available, after that B activity available. For doing the C activity, I need 7 manpower, and then the same day I can perform the A activity with 4 manpower, and the same first day I can perform B activity with 5 manpower. So that this work, this first stage, 7 plus 4 plus 5, so that 16 manpower I utilized for completing the activity in first day, so that I can represent 16 here. After that, the first red mark to second mark, which is represented for second day activity. In that second day, how much of manpower have I utilized? Here you see E available, after that A activity available, after that B activity available, but in this region there is no C activity available, so that I consider only A, B, E. Here I can add 5 plus 4 9, 9 plus 4 13, so that I can represent 13 manpower here. After completing this, B activity is completed. So what about the next activity? The next all activity is completed at the third day. So I can represent the red line here. Here the E activity available, A activity available, and then F activity available. If we add the three things with each other, means 9 plus 4 plus 4, how much I got? 17. So I can represent the 17 manpower on third day, okay, which is the process to identify the resource allocation with the graph. After completing the third day, there is D activity which consumes 3 days. So I stopped after 3 days only. I represented red line, because up to this, how much of manpower is required to complete the activity? For completing the D activity, I can utilize 3 manpower only. So here all other activities A, B, C, F, E are completed within this level. So this region only D activities can be performed. So how much of manpower utilized? 3. So here I can utilize 3 manpower for completing the D activity. Here you see, but our problem condition is we won't utilize 10 manpower per day. But here you see, the first day I utilized 16, the second day I utilized 13, and the third day I utilized 17, and 4, 5, 6 days I utilized 3 manpower. But the resource allocation is wrong. Then what I do? Yes, I can consider, I can identify the maximum manpower allocation area. Here you see the point, here the first node and this third recline, there is the larger manpower utilization area, so that I can move this C activity and E activity to 3, 4, 5, 6, because here there is some dummy activity available, so that I can move this C and E activity. Let's see what happens. Yes, I can move C activity 7 and E activity 4. Likewise, I moved. Here you see, for first day B activity available and A activity available. If I add both the things, means 5 plus 4, I can get 9. And then what about the second region, which is third day? Yes, F activity and A activity only available. If I add 9 plus 4, I can get 13. Here also the manpower exceeds per day limit, because we can get the 13 from this allocation. Okay, after that, if I consider the third to fourth day, there is D activity and C activity available, because of I transfer C and E from initial day to final day. So I can get 7 plus 3 is equal to 10 and 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Here there is not exceeding the 10 manpower limit. So here I maintain the 10 manpower for doing the work. But in this area, which means second to third day, there is 13 manpower I utilized. How can I reduce? So now I move to the resource leveling. In here I can increase the 1 day. Okay, 1 day activity, so that 7 days I have to have utilized for complete the project. So here I utilize the same A activity, B activity, but after completing the A activity, in critical path only I introduce 1 more day. Okay, so I won't utilize the 1 more day or plus days with any other pathways. So I introduce 1 more day with the critical path. So here I consume 6 days for complete the project, but here I considered 7 days for completing the project, because I introduced 1 more day in critical path. After completing the A activity, the D activity is started after 1 day. Likewise, I represented. So first I represent the critical path A of 4. After that, I leave 1 more day gap. After that, I start the D activity, which consumes D 3 days. After completing, I mark with the 7 days. Likewise, I marked. Here you see, in first region there are 2 days available. In that, A activity and B activity only available. Here I can add the both the things, 5 plus 4, I can get 9. After that, A activity only available from 2 to 3 days, so that which consumes 4 days. After completing the A activity, in critical path there is dummy activity available, but the F activity is carried out on this region, so that in 3rd to 4th day I consume 9 days, and 4 to 5 days I consume 7 for C activity and 3 for D activity. Here I can add both the things with each other. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. Likewise, I can get, after completing the C activity, I can start E activity, but the D activity continues. So that 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 I got with 5 to 7. Here I can complete all the activities within 10 manpower, but I can reallocate the considered. If I reduce, if I can reduce or not, I can examine. Okay, here you see I maintain at the same critical path, which is after completing the A operation only, D activity I started with the project. So AD I represented. After that B activity I represented. Then F activity I moved from third day to last day, because here the dummy activity available, so that I can move the F activity to the end of project completion. After that I can slightly change C activity from one day before, because in here the dummy activity available, so that I can move C from there to here. With the critical path, dummy activity is eliminated with the movement of this activity, or that E activity is also changed from its end position. From this I can get for first 2 days the same 9, the second and the 3 days I can get 4 days from A activity, and then third to fourth day I can get 10 plus, I mean 7 plus 3 I can get 7. 7 plus 3 I can get 10. After that the fourth day to fifth day I can get 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. And finally the F activity is conducted, in that I can get 9. Likewise we can allocate the resources for respective project. From this problem you can understand how can we allocate the resources for respective projects. Thank you all.